Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your girl Trendalore. If you're new, you're just passing by for the first time, hi and welcome. It's a channel that talks about skincare and lifestyle tips, so feel free to check out our previous videos and I guarantee you're going to see something that you love in there. Speaking of lifestyle tips, so today I'm giving tips to lifestyle. So there's this girl I always watch on YouTube. Her name is Chloe. She's an American YouTuber and she's all about hygiene. Guys, I learned so much from her. I just love watching her and you learn so much. Some things you know, some things you don't know. And the girl is good. Okay, she's very good. And I really love to learn from her. I love learning from her. So it gave me ideas to talk about hygiene. So I'm just going to, it made me to think about, okay, hygiene. And then I have a nephew that plays a lot and, he comes back home and starts smelling sweat. And I know a lot of people are going through this as well because if you don't take care of it right now, it builds up to body odor, which is where this topic is leading me into how to prevent your child from having body odor. So body odor is a buildup of bacteria caused by sweat and all that. It starts little by little and then it goes into something very massive. There are a lot of people that have body odor. The minute they come into a place, that place would smell crazy. And this is not just for little kids, it's for everybody. There are ways to prevent this body odor. Even though you already have the body odor, there are ways you can control it. One is to know the fact that yes, you do have a problem and you do have body odor. Like my nephew will tell him, we don't want you to have body odor because people will laugh at you. Yeah, we do tell him that, and you'll tell him that, don't you want to go into a place and people would say, it looks clean, you look clean, you look very nice, you look very neat, and then you smell nice. You'll say, yes, I want that. And so these are things we actually do or things that you can do to prevent your kid or even yourself from having body odor. That thing can be so embarrassing. Like growing up, there was someone that I knew that had body odor. The minute this person comes to the house and leaves, 2 hours, if you come into the house, you will know that this person came into the house. It was that bad. Like so bad. You will feel like throwing up. It's as crazy as that. So the first thing you should learn to do, we're in a very, like, Nigeria is hot. I always say, but yeah, worry, it rains a lot, but it doesn't stop the fact that it is hot. Okay, worry is hot. Nigeria is hot. So you have to like take care of yourself very well. And we're always very busy. So one thing I do, or I tell my nephew, or will do for my nephew is tell him to take a shower. Let him know how to bathe himself. Like, okay, most times, because he's growing up, what you do is we stand there and say, okay, this is how you do it. So do it like this, concentrate on these areas of your body very well. These are parts that brings, that build up smell. So learn to educate your kids on how to bathe themselves properly well. Areas they should concentrate on that can cause odor in the body. So shower 2 times a day. Sometimes my nephew showers 3 times a day because in the morning before he goes to school, and then when he comes from school, and at night before he sleeps. Because after when he comes from school, he comes like 3:34. Then he has to shower, do his work, and sometimes he's like, "Oh, I want to go play outside," and he goes and play, and he's already sweating again. So at night you have to shower before you bathe and sleep. So one thing his mom does is like she bathes him in the mornings, then other time he has to like bathe himself because he's still in that process of learning how to shower himself, how to bathe himself really well. So shower, and then there are kids perfume. It does not have to necessarily be the one you put on their body. You can just like put it. It's very mild. Like it's so mild. I can't even remember the name. I would have shown you guys. I would have put it up. My nephew's own is finished. I think he has one more. So you just put it on their clothes and then you smell very nice, you smell very fresh. I'm not saying guys use all those perfume that's very harsh. No, kids have their own perfume. They have their own body stuff they use. Another thing I will talk about that one in another video. another way you can smell really, really great. But learn to shower. Make sure your kids shower very well, and they should not repeat the clothes, because most things I've seen people do is, especially for boys or girls, they'll say, "Oh, why are you still wearing this? And why are you changing your pants? Don't change your pants. Don't change your boxers. Use the same one. I beg. I don't have power to wash and all that. That they've already sweat in that on this on in that underwear, and then that sweater contains bacteria already, so they bath and bathing themselves and then putting it back on is causing bacteria buildup in the body, which can lead to odor. So make sure they don't wear the same underwear every time they have their bath. And when they finish doing number two, should make sure, even if you're using tissue to clean, after tissue, make sure you use water and soap and wash very, very well. Then it prevents them from smelling and getting bacteria as well. So that's another one you can do. And so we also learn to educate our kids or children about proper hygiene. And when you're educating kids, do it in a way that, it's not going to look like you're okay. It's not going to look like there's a way you talk to kids, like just talk to them softly, encourage them. There's a way you talk to kids that is going to stay in their head, not doing it like, oh, this, that, this, that. Okay, to make them feel too conscious of themselves, but make them know that it's good to smell good, it's good to smell great. And all. So another one is your towel. Most people tend to share towel. Like, why? Why do you share towel? Towels are not expensive. Everybody should have their own personal towel. Do not share towel. Yes, you had your bath and all that. You've already cleaned your body with your towel, and then somebody else, oh, there's bacteria already. There's no need spreading it around. Everybody should have their towel, and make sure you wash your towel. Like, use the towel 3 times a day and wash every time. Okay? Like, have different towels so that when you soak this one for washing, you have one that you can use as well. And make sure for your kids, when you're drying their body should be dried very well, because if the body is wet like that, it can cause odor. So make sure you educate them very well and show them this is how to properly take care of your body and all that. There is no shame in that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.